ready to jump in?
Let's do this.
All right, now the first one is actually not attributed to one specific person because we've seen it all over the place. The question is, will there be a player match system or will everyone be forced to play ranked games? David?
No one is going to be forced to play ranked games, Larry, but you should know that the game supports that traditional matchmaking experience where you're going through the progression system and you're ranking up. Optionally, you can play in league play. That's where you get that competitive rating, get your skill-based matchmaking. The game supports both simultaneously.
All right, next question comes from Official Musty, that's the Twitter tag. Do kill streak kills help towards your next kill streak?
Great question. So anytime you're watching the game and you see that number come up in the center of the HUD, that is a scoring event. All bits of score contribute towards earning your next score streaks, but the support things, the items that help your team win the game, those are going to give you the most score, and that's how you can really get those nice high-end rewards.
So if you're a Call of Duty player and you may not be so much in killing, but helping, it's still going to help you out immensely.
It helps you out a lot. So there's some really good scoring events, like when you grab a flag, and when you capture that flag, you didn't actually kill anybody, but you're going to get a lot of score for those events.
Good, that's good to hear. All right, next one comes from China HD. Will there be an Overkill perk for 2 primary weapons?
Yeah, good question. So there's actually not a perk that's Overkill, but there is a wild card. Those are those rule breakers we've been talking about. The items that let you bend and extend, create a class in exciting new ways. And you can use a wild card to take 2 primary weapons.
All right, next question comes from Javis, I guess. Is that what it looks like? Why not? How does Hardline work now?
All right, good. So listen, this is really important. So in all previous games, Hardline actually reduced the cost of earning a reward, but Hardline gives you a scoring bonus. So, you know, the game's still in development, we're still trying to figure out the best numbers to use, but right now, Hardline is actually going to give you about a 20% bonus earned towards your next reward.
Okay. All right, moving right along, private matches and LAN. People want to know, is everything going to be unlocked in private match and LAN play?
Of course we would keep everything unlocked for you in private match and LAN so you can play those custom games the way that you really like to enjoy them.
All right, MegaQuest on Twitter. MegaQuest wants to know, will Ghost or another perk protect you from Orbital VSAT?
Yeah, the Orbital VSAT. You guys have been asking me about this one for a long time. I'm glad I get to finally tell you about it. The Orbital VSAT, that's just like the Blackbird you remember from Black Ops. It works the same way. There is no protection. That is that ultimate intelligence perk. Shows everybody on the map, all of their locations, what direction they're facing.
All right, now you've seen a lot of create a class for the past 3 days, but this is really about the UI, the user interface. The question from Maddie Wakefield is, what are the 3 slots at the bottom of create a class for?
Larry, that's where you actually can equip up to 3 of those wild cards, those rule breakers. So you can take a wild card like Primary Gunfighter. That lets you take 3 attachments on your primary gun. You can take any one of those perk greed cards, perk 1, perk 2, perk 3 greed. Those let you take additional perks, not just 1 but 2 from the same category. There's even a wild card that lets you take 2 types of tactical grenades. It replaces that lethal slot with a tactical slot.
The first one, or the next one from Jay Hernandez 97, do headshots, Payback, Avenger, or other medals count towards your score streak?
No, in fact they do not. Those are not scoring events, those are medals. That's how you earn extra experience points.
All right, jumping ahead. Jersey's Finest 17, can the enemy see the red laser attachment and does it add to the accuracy of hipfire?
Yeah, we saw that a lot in the game. The guys are using that attachment a lot to increase their hipfire accuracy, and you can in fact see it if you're looking carefully.
It's very subtle.
It's pretty subtle.
Everything about the game is subtle.
Really, I like that.
All right, X-Zack attacks X, and when there's X's at the beginning of the end, you know it's real.
That's a pro player.
Right, pro right there, pro legit. Is there a perk or attachment that can make you reload faster?
Yeah, very important thing. There are no attachments that modify the guns. I'm sorry, there are only attachments that can modify the accuracy of a gun, and there can only be attachments that make you reload faster. So there is one, it's fast mags.
Now that's dramatically different from the previous games. Tell us why you made that decision.
It's so we can tune the guns regardless of the gameplay behavior. So when it belongs to the gun, then we can tune it independent of the gun, whereas if it's a perk, it has to be consistent across all the guns.
All right, we have one more question we want to get into. Carnage 615, what's the difference in the Riot Shield from other Call of Duty games?
Call of Duty Black Ops 2 has an assault shield, and the big advantage of this is you can actually plant it into the world and use it as portable cover.
So really, that's actually really significant.
I think you're going to see guys form lines and use that to protect their backside when they're in a good engagement.